The ending of season one for Elendil was very hard. He made a decision with Queen Midiel to go to war, and because of that decision, he lost his son. So he comes back to Númenor. Also, the king is dead, the queen is blind. And there's a schism in society, a potential civil war that's always been there, but that's fractured now. It's on its way to a big fracture. And the question for him has been the fact that his daughter finds that he's kind of gone numb with his grief and he's not communicating, but she also sees that his loyalty to the Queen is not what she thinks is the right place for him to be in society. She's moved to the other side of the argument. So for Elendil, there'll be this awful choice between his faith and family, his love of his nation, his love of his queen, and his love of his daughter. And in the end, it will be a choice for him between saving his own life or renouncing his faith. And I think those are very, very juicy things for an actor to play. And I think the story in Númenor this season is the turbulence of that society is getting deeper and darker, and it's a very rich scene. I knew something of Elendil before I got the role, but not to the length and breadth and depth that I now know him. And he's a hero archetype, and people feel very strongly about Elendil. So there's this tremendous responsibility that you have, but also it's a great privilege. So the great joy is, how do you shape this character? How do you shape a hero? And is a hero made or is a hero born? So there are going to be all these difficult moral choices for him to make. And sometimes he might be on the wrong side of history. He might make the wrong choice. But I think the great privilege is to be able to show him as a fully fallible human being, and also from a fan perspective say, look, we're all fleshing out this character together each season. And we just come back from Comic-Con, so we had this amazing experience in Hall H. First year we did it, the show hadn't come out, and now season one is there, so you already feel the amount of passion and energy and love for this show. Then you meet the fans afterwards and everyone wants to get into a conversation. And also the thing about Tolkien is there's thousands of different opinions out there and they're all valid. So you can always have a great debate. You get a script, essentially two dimensions. You imagine, you see your own lines, your own scene, you think what your friends and your contemporaries are doing. So you have an idea of what it might look like. But it wasn't until a couple of weeks ago when we saw that trailer for the first time that we were absolutely blown away, because the level of creative brilliance in this show in every single department is slightly overwhelming at times, because you can't believe everyone's at the top of their game, and it's only until you go and sit there tonight and see it that you really discover all of the brilliance that's been put together into one place. So it is an absolute collective endeavor, collective experience, and talk about a fellowship. We really are we're a tight band, because I think people know that they're quite lucky.